we just go to our favorite button here, click on that one, and bring up the quick entry action item, quick entry screen. And that'll pop up here. In it is a blank screen. In this particular case, we are looking for generating a subscription, trying to find out about an inquiry on a subscription model for Scott Denson. So we'll just enter that in. It's a subscription model for eCIO and capturing email addresses et al. On this one, I'm just going to put a quick note on here as far as progress and tracking it. Scott does the eCIO website capture email addresses, and can we use it for follow-up on sending info updates etc. We'll assign this to Scott, and Scott is our chief architect, CTO for eCIO. Look at this one. It's action item. I don't think there's anything else. We can put a little description if we need to. There's other business partners we need to follow up on it. It's a new, we're going to change this to active. On that one, it's an action item. If it was tied to a deliverable, we can tie it to a deliverable a little later on, or to a particular project, etc. on this side of it. We're going to tie this to the eCIO application workbench. If it was tied to an asset or an artifact, we could do that. We could probably tie in the artifacts, the videos, to this one. And then when we look at our artifacts, we can do the follow-up on that side of it. We've got the information here. Oops, we got a couple of spelling mistakes, so I'll just correct those, change that, capturing, change, and our spelling is complete. So we have this one. What we're going to do now is email to Scott. And it brings up our little quick mini menu here. So it tells us here the title. That's the one we want to send to. And we'll talk a little bit about how this little mini menu works for some other items in a subsequent video. But we're going to bring up the action item profile, which is a report which captures this information. And as it is, so it brings up the report in this one. And for ease of access, we can just key in the number, which is located over here in case there's words and very similars and like within it. So this is the easiest, quickest way we can put this in. So it's 7994, and that's a subscription model for emailing and the like. So we're going to say okay. There's some other start dates and parameters that we can use if we want to pull this in. And we'll click OK to bring up the report. So here's the report. It has our information in it. There was a priority if there was financial requirements, expenses. We didn't put in a date on it. We could have done that, etc. on it. If there was other individuals that we needed to tie into, we could have included those. We're going to send this off to Scott. It picks up his address, email address, and he can use this form for actually adding in comments, and we can track it a little bit later on. So we're going to email the report to Scott. There it is. Leave it in. I'll put in here, Scott, please review attached action item and get back on the results and our next steps. Thanks, David. And oops, let's correct that spelling mistake. There we go. We'll do a send. And we're waiting to click in, and it's emailing Scott on this particular. And there we go. We have finished. So we will just simply close this, and we can leave this open if we want to do some further updates and send them updates a little bit later on. And that concludes the video for the quick entry of an action item and sending it. And then from there, we just do our normal follow-up in our deliverables and our status meetings. Thank you very much. For questions, please get a hold of support@ecomanagement.com. Bye now.